stuff right there.
Oh, it does that.
Wow.
Gotta charge those things, right? All right, here we go.
Wow. The ball's got to stay in this stream.
Oh, shit.
Gotta be there. So let me show you the three grips. Right now you're doing baseball. I don't recommend it. It's the most amateurist looking one out there. You can do overlay, which is fine. All you're doing the same thing is you're laying the finger on pinky on top of the pinky. This is probably the most uncomfortable to get used to, but I think it's the best one out there. It's preference.
Is that what keeps it aligned?
That's what helps your hands stay more connected. Because if you start getting frustrated one day, you'll start seeing this slip, little slip, little slip, little slip, right? So we want to make sure that that's happening. Right? Okay. Go over this, but I'll mirror you. Okay. Hold up. Okay. Mirror. It's going to feel uncomfortable for a while. You're probably going to blister here and there. For now. But I would recommend it. You look more like you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
The biggest thing,
Like, see this right here?
yeah.
When I grab this club,
Yeah.
what angle should I put my grip at? Should I have the club here? You know what I mean? You got this.
You don't need to do anything, right? Literally, the club is designed to sit like that, held like that. If anything, it can be slightly forward,
Yeah.
but you don't want it over here. You rarely ever need negative shaft lean. That's what that's called. So forward shaft lean be toward the target, right? Negative would be behind it. Ideally, a very good rule of thumb with your irons, or at least your wedges, is get the butt of the club over the backside of the golf ball. Right?
Of the club.
The butt of the club over the backside. You don't want your butt of the club behind you, right? So get your shaft kind of going into the golf ball.
This is the butt of the club.
No, this is the butt of the club.
This right here.
Look, right here. That's the butt of the club,
Oh.
right? You want the grip or the butt of the club slightly on top of the golf ball instead of behind you, right? Okay? So,
Come up a little bit like this.
no. So we'll get into that. You're jumping ahead, right? So grip. Let's go back to that. Okay. Now what you want to do once bring the club out here, once you get it, let the club kind of set forward a little bit, forward the club, let it move away. I get a 45-degree angle, so the butt of the club is pointing more towards your belt buckle or the button of your hands. Okay. Don't push it out here. Keep it right in front of you. Right. This will cause a weak grip, which will cause your left wrist to flatten. You want more on top. So now we're kind of working with the grip. We kind of let it sit, so it's pointing at our belt buckle. Now we're going to go with the posture, right? So when you look at posture, people always tell you to bend your knee and keep your head down. Shittiest advice you ever get, right? Does this look athletic to you? Right? If I said, we're getting confidence, you got flex your knees already, I'm pushing or bowing from my butt or waist until I'm hanging free. Right? So, yeah, if I was here, take a look. If I was here, and I went to here, and then I just bowed in, it set it pretty nicely, right? If I do this, okay? So it's here, you kind of look set in that 45-degree area, so there you go, right to there, right? And now, we're bowing from the hips to set the club in. So we got grip, we've got posture, and now we're going to work with the stance. The stance with the wedge is just going to go heels under hips for now, and the ball's going to go slightly back middle, right? So now it's like, if you look at it, it's grip, posture, a little shimmy more, then I set my stance.
How far away are you typically from the ball?
Well, we already set that. We set that by setting in that posture, right? It changes variably, but a good rule of thumb that I hate to teach, but it does work for a lot of amateurs, is a fist away from the belt buckle. I hate it. I really hate saying that, to be honest, because every club's slightly different, every person's slightly different, but what I do, at the end of the day, I'm just bending in so my arms can freely. Now, why that doesn't work for every club, because a wedge is different than a driver. A wedge is different than a 7-iron. So every club, as the clubs get longer, you're further away from it. As the clubs get shorter, you're closer to it, right? Because we're trying to pop it up in the air and lug it to the club face open, okay? So for you, for wedging, I would say let's keep it grip walk over toes, hanging out over the feet or the balls of the feet for wedging, okay? So boom. So now you take a look at this, we've got grip, posture, stance. Ready? GPS. Without GPS, you're lost, okay? So grip, posture, stance is your setup routine, GPS.
Grip, posture, and stance.
Without GPS, you're lost, right? Just like that.
And on your swing, your knees slightly bent.
Your knees are, so just like our normal setup, they're always gonna move, right? You never wanna lock yourself out with anything, right? Okay, so now that we got grip, posture, stance down, I'm going to go into your swing routine. Okay, so stand right here for a second. All right, so, and we'll go over this more and more and more. Don't worry. So your swing routine is 3 S's. Simple enough. Smooth. You got to stay smooth and relaxed around your swing. Okay? Sweep. At some point, whatever club you have when you're swinging has to bottom out, whether it's on a tee or whether it's ahead of the golf ball or wherever. You have to sweep or bottom out your swing to get the ball in the air and to go away. And especially to hit it in the center of the club face. Okay? We got smooth, sweep. We got the hardest thing for most players is stick. Because your sticky is sticky freeze finish. So when you hit the ball, I don't care what's best on your life, the crappiest, quote, 1/1000, 2/1000, right? So when you put it all together, sorry, there's grass on my foot, it's driving me nuts. Okay? So if I go, okay, grip, posture, kind of shimmy in to set my stance, double check my target, and then I go smooth, sweep, stick, 1/1000, 2/1000, right? And that's literally what I practiced myself to avoid thinking, okay, when I set it for my grip, I got to make sure my second nut is pointing towards my right eye, so the lifeline is towards my right eye, so I'm bending in, am I over bending my knees too much, how far away am I? That's what everyone's thinking, where I'm just kind of like, okay, grip, posture, that feels kind of good, stance, good, and then you just go smooth, sweep, stick, and hold, and then you break that down to, even that, I don't want to be thinking all of that. At the end of the day, I'd be going, okay, here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, and then go smooth, sweep, okay? I don't even want to be thinking that at the end of the day, right? Because you want to make sure that you have layers of habits, that you understand why you're doing it, but it becomes more just aim, point, shoot, right? Probably the worst shots that didn't take a long time to set up, but that's the mentality when you're playing how you want to play. When you're training, you have to learn this crap, and there's a lot of it. But even after you leave this lesson, I don't want you thinking about all the grip, like I want you to know it and have the information, but I want you to still be like, even if the only part of the game you get to next time is like, okay, grip, posture, stance, and you can just go smooth, freeze. That alone will be enough to get you going, right? But it's learning every single stage so well that it's a habit, right? Because when you have a good routine, you're now just, at the end of the day, when you're really good and you put your time in, you're basically looking at the image of the target and you're trusting your work and you just hit it, right? Versus going through all the rigmarole, right? It's good to know, it's great to understand it, but if you ever want to be competitive and not in your head, you gotta learn how to, aim point shoot. Ball go that way, and did I fall over doing it? The number one thing people don't do well is strike the ball. The number one thing is they swing too fast, they lose their balance. All right? So again, when you're playing golf and you're missing the ball, you need to go down to sweep and stick. At the end of the day, those two are the most important. If you can't find your sweep and you can't find your balance, you're done. You're done all day long, right? But even if you just do baby swings like this, just to figure out where my sweep is at, and you get confidence like that, that alone will make your game so much better, because at least you can have confidence you're bottoming out the club. You can't bottom out the club, you're done. You're literally lawn bowling at that point, which is frustrating. So, again, when you're playing, don't go out there and think everything in the world. Pick one thing you're going to focus on today. I'm going to find my sweep, and hopefully I hit a few bounce sticks and balance my finishes, right? If I can do that today, great. But in 2 months, I want to make that a habit, so I don't have to think about it, right? So you're going to have a lot. It's learning golf's a lot. That's why I'm not going too crazy about the grip. I can really go into that, but it's good enough. I just want my thing with your grip. I want your hands connected, because my theory of it is energy. You have better connection, you're going to transfer more energy cleaner, right?
Each club, the
Clubs are different.
The grip is different in terms of where.
My advice would be choke up on everything at least a little bit. I choke up on everything, right? So I wouldn't say with the wedge, use the full fulcrum. I would say just give it a ½ inch or a ¼ inch or whatever, depending on the club. Yeah, and the thing is, you want to make sure when you grip it, that this part of the palm is on top, so it creates the leverage, right? So that's on top, you have leverage.
Oh, okay.
Right? If this is on the side, you have no leverage. Okay?
Now, scoot back out real quick and show me a practice swing. Good. So smooth up. Show me a sweep. Nope. Got to sweep it. Number one thing you got to do. Hit the ground. If you don't hit the ground, the ball's not going up.
Do I keep my posture straight?
Posture is good. Just make sure you get the sweep going down first.
Try little ones first, right?
Yes, sir. So no sweep.
Okay? So, if I look right here, hey, look. You got it after a little bit, but still a hair thin. Let's try again.
Not sweeping enough, right?
Correct.
Don't be afraid to hit the ground.
So make your club shorter. That's longer. Now, keep closer. Scoot back a little bit. Your hands have to be low. Down to your hands hanging close. Okay. So hit behind the ball. Okay. Try again. Good practice with it for me. Okay. Not wide stance. Keep close to the guys. Okay. There you go. Better. Now hold on.
And then actually shove stuff in here.
Get a little taller. There you go. There you go. Now you're hitting the ground. Good, now put a ball up there. Now let the ball get in the way of your swing. Try not to I feel like you have to hit the ball. Let the ball get in the way of your swing. Better. Try it again. A little taller. Scoot back a little bit. There you go, good. Use a little more club. So put your hands back on the club. Choke. There you go. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Well, yeah, you're trying to watch where you hit it before you actually hit it. Don't watch where it goes until you've stuck your finish. Okay. Good. So smooth back, sweep through, freeze. Better. You didn't sweep the ground. So if you take a look on this one, no ground at all. Just barely got underneath it. And let's try it again. Find that down swing. I want you to feel like you're swinging down into that ball. Yeah, down into that ball. No, still relax. So, you didn't reset yourself in between shots. You didn't go through your posture. You didn't go through your routine. You just did whatever those pump fakes were and then hit the ball, right? So,
I didn't do anything you told me.
well, if you did what you're used to doing, right? It's a habit of some sort, right? Let's set it right here for a second. Right. Right over here. And now watch. I don't really prefer seeing these things because it's not really doing anything, all right? If you're gonna do it, I would say go slow up, slower down into the ball, and pause. Hold, and reset.
You know why I do that, Bruce? Because eventually I feel like I'm gonna miss the ball. I didn't give it one, but into a line.
But it's causing you to probably miss the ball more. Because as you're going, you're getting tighter. You're getting faster, right?
I'll get out of that.
Yeah. So for me, like the number one thing you want to be doing is kind of like here, down, right? Hold. Again, I'm practicing smooth, sweep, stick. 1,000, 2, 1,000. And making sure that my sweep starts here and goes ahead of the ball. So again, setting up, smooth, sweep, stick. That's kind of what I'm going for. Okay?
okay, now notice I just did like 5 or 6 practice swings. You didn't even do one, right? So the difference between one was training a feel, creating a feel. One was hoping and praying in real time it'd work out, right? And then there's no discredit to it. That's the difference between training and hitting golf balls. You can get 1,000 golf balls and still not get better. But you can train 1,000 times, and I promise you will get somewhat better. You know what I'm saying?
So it's not like, it's no discredit to what you're doing. It's just, okay, we got to learn to think differently, right? So due to practice, when you're like, that sweep is good, that's what I want. Build a relationship with the field when you trust it. And then see what happens a couple times, okay? So show me some practice sweeps. So where was that club bottoming out? that right foot a little bit. Good. Keep more weight in your left foot. Okay, now stay there and hit your ball.
Oh, missed it. So you popped up to see it again before you hit it. So the first thing you just got here and you looked at the screen and you didn't even hit the ball yet. I'm telling you, don't look where it goes. You'll get a lot better. Keep your eye on one spot of the golf ball. Okay. So there's no practice. Well, let's try it again. So you got a scale of 1 to 10. How hard are you squeezing that club?
Am I squeezing?
How hard are you squeezing it? Scale of 1 to 10.
7.
Put it at a 3. Yeah. So you got to understand, your arms and upper body, the more you squeeze, it's not going to help. It's going to make it worse. All right. So I want you to go smooth back, turn through, find the sweep. No ball, you didn't bottom out the swing again. Better. All right, so I want you to put, with your wedge, I want you to put that ball off your inside right heel.
Now lean 70% of your weight on your left leg.
This right here, back heel's going to be like it. My cheek close to the ball.
Back a little bit. Again, so you would know if you started up here at the grip and then bowed in and set your posture, right? And now, yeah, and then bow in, and now you can tell, are you too close? Yeah. Hit it. Good ball. Now almost missed the ball with that.
Yeah. What took my eyes off it, right?
Let's take a look. So you're shrinking your arm with one, and you're pulling it left, right? So as you came in, you hit behind the ground first, and help you miss the entire ball. And then pull it left, right? Okay, goes you need your arm not to be here, you need your long down. Don't want your elbows to collapse. Good. Start from the top, get the grip.
Good. Too far away, get a little closer and taller. Too much on the tall. There you go. Get closer. There you go. Still too far.
That was better, but take a look. It's still a half inch in the air. So it's hovering from the ball, okay? Here, relax, there you go.
Okay. Now train a practice swing. Again, you hope, right? You didn't find your sweeps. I gave you a feel. Now imply that with your down swings. Good. Better. Make sure the club bottoms out ahead of that orange line, though. Behind it. Good finish. Good to sweep on the front side of your stance. Better. You don't. You need to feel like it's more shoulders, and then on the downswing is hips. That's a great motion right there. So your backswing should be a shoulder turn, and the downswing should be a hip unwinding turn. Nope, you went faster on that one. Don't try to do extra on the backswing. Bring your feet closer together a little bit. Good. Feel like you get to the top, and then it's all just lower body. So smooth, now lower. There you go, better. All right, let's see. Let's hit one. Good. Way different, didn't it? Right? So that was pretty close. A little behind the ball, but I'll take that all day. So you can see, so I'm looking, see what it says, you don't need to know the fuck that. Low point 1.1B, that means your lowest point of your swing is 1 inch behind the ball. Right? So meaning you got down on it now it's behind the ball. See how it's not ahead of this line right there? That would make it perfect. But, bottom point is, if you're going to do that, you're not going to roll the ball so much, which is another one, right? So, to make it easier, right, just keep, again, we talked about 2 minutes ago, that right heel should be up against this stick. So if you move this way more, you would have struck it clean. You bottomed out in the same place that you normally do, but you didn't move yourself, right? Because with each club right now, whether it's 7 iron or 6 iron, they're not going to change that much on where your sweep is. You're going to have to move yourself, right? And then we can kind of manipulate it from there. So again, you should be more kind of like this to the ball versus here, right? So you use here, yes, you need to be over the ball this way. There you go. Not such a wide stance though. Very good. But you want to be this way. Yeah, there you go. Now that felt different. Okay, so we toned it a little bit, but your low point was better. You just take a look. The ball was in the air, pretty close to it. So look, now 0.2A means we hit slightly ahead of the ball. So we had a low point somewhat ahead of the ball. In a perfect world, you want about 3.5 inches to 4.5 inches, depending on the player. Not getting. You don't need to memorize that right now, but that's what I'm trying to get you. If we can get you to clean strike it better, you're going to do that. Okay? Now I'm going to give you a new little ball fill. So don't hit the bucket. That's all you got to do. Okay? All right? Shoved it, but didn't hit the bucket. Good finish.
Hit it right back here.
You did. You hit behind the ball 100%.
This stick should be in the middle, right?
Yes, and move yourself around it. So imagine those sticks like hot lava. Don't touch them. Yep. All right, there's good. Yep. Now, if you set into it on your set, and then you want to scoot back a 1/4 inch, you can, right? Not more than that though. Like, don't move more than like a 1/4 inch at a time. Okay. Scoot. Yep. Make the club a tiny bit shorter. Good. Now just try to swing ahead of the ball, down and ahead of the ball. Missed it. Well, the first thing you did when you swung is you went everything to the back foot. And you tried to fight everything over. So go to the top of your swing and pause.
why I like using one ball, because it forces you to get out of position and walk around and messing up. Instead of sitting at the driving range, it's just kind of like fire, fire, fire. Yeah, the driving range, it will screw you up if you don't have a good rhythm.
Stop going.
Trust me. I hit golf balls here more than anything because it forces me to play more of the game versus on the range. I like to go at it too much. Party. Choke up a little more on the club, make it shorter. Good. Stay on your left leg. Do not get behind the ball. Stay ahead of the ball. Low. Nope. Better. Good. Better. Welcome to golf.
Yeah,
Right?
thank you.
You're welcome. So go ahead and choke up on it, make it a little shorter. Yep. On about 1/2 inch in your palm, not even a quarter, 3/4 of an inch. Yep. Good. Just stay tall on your lead leg, stay relaxed in the body, and just turn the upper and then lower. There you go. Much better. Hair thin, great motion. Great motion. Very good. Very good. See, it's starting to sink in a little. It's a lot, but once you kind of get it, you'll create a better feel for it. Very good. How'd that feel better? Good. Yeah, that was your best low point so far. Loosening up the arm is a big key, right? Not death gripping that club will be very crucial. Oh, there you go. Look at this guy. Hans is getting it. So you're getting better at the strike. You're getting the low point better.
Which is good. Why the ball is starting to pop easier, right? The next big thing is I want to start paying attention to the dots. One time's over here, one time's over there, one time's over there. Which means when you're coming through, we're just not striking you. We're just going off the go. Right. So it's good. Keep working on what you're working on. Because like, yeah, there's always layers.
Yep. Well, and again, it's not really your swing. It's more your strike right now. You keep hitting it off that toe.
And just stay confident. It's the big thing. It's like,
Well, can you return your club to the same spot you started it?
Right. So right now, when your swing comes down, you're shrinking your arms closer to you. Throw your arms long towards the right of the green. Like, try to hit the heel of the club on the ball, right? So the heel is the inner part. Okay. So look at the club head.
Let me tell you real quick. I want you to see this.
Okay. This is the toe of your club. All day, see with the 38 T? You're hitting 38 millimeters right of center, so you're right here. I want you to try to hit it right here, right? But you're going to set up with it perfectly centered. So I want you to try to feel like you're hitting it there on the downside, okay? Because right now you're hitting it there.
Better. Still a little toey. All right, so 27. We can bring it in a little bit. Better take a look at your strike, though.
Still putting it into. Feel like
You like you're throwing the club this way. Everything that way.
Very good. Very good. Now look, I don't have to pick the strike. Is it going to it? But that was a great shot. That was a great swing.
hell. Take a look at that. Right? That's way different. Very good.
Nope, 100% toe. Now, did you feel faster and tighter on that one? Right? Not nearly as. So let's go back to the 3 S's. Was it smooth? Right? Did you sweep it? Kind of. Stick? No, right? So, yes, like I said, there's going to be a lot of information I'm throwing at you, but your checkpoint when you hit a shit shot or a good shot, was I smooth and relaxed? Not on that one. Did I sweep it? Kind of. Did I stick it? Somewhat, right? But if you can go back over the list, I was smooth and relaxed, I swept the ground, and I stuck it pretty well, and I got what I wanted. I'm like, okay, cool. Now it just keeps playing with the variables a little bit.
It's so freaking mental, bro.
That's all,
It's
man.
like I knew I was gonna.
Yeah. Well, again, when you know you're going to do it, you got to back off. Like, that's the hard part. And, the final part to every good routine is acceptance. You know? Did you hit it well? Oh, well, if you didn't, move on, accept it. Don't think back. Okay. No sweep. Good stick. Good strike. That's the closest to the center of the club face I've seen. You just missed the ball. Very good. Best one yet. Yeah, buddy. How'd that feel? Smooth and relaxed, right?